feel like since I was a child, one of the issues that have always persisted within my personality and within my mind, my soul, is that I've never really felt like I belong anywhere. I never really felt like I've had, the right place or a table to sit at. A good piece of advice that I did learn a couple years ago was that if no one offers you a seat at a table, don't wait in the queue. Just make your own table, which I strongly believe is true. But no one told me how difficult it was to make your own table. I feel like it's something I still haven't done. And I feel like that's also now fed into part of the reason why I still do feel that way. Because I'm like, gee, I haven't found a table to sit at and I haven't been able to make it my own. So now what? And I feel like this might be something that a lot of you might relate to. Or maybe it's just me. Not that any one of us are ever the only ones in the world suffering with our own problems, but some problems might be more or less common than others. And I feel like it's based on my skewed perspective that one isn't very common. That one feels almost exclusive to me. When I look around at other people, I look around at the people I know. Because of the bias I do have and the perception I have, it seems like everyone's got that table, everyone's got that piece. And yet here I remain. And I feel like it's always stuck with me because, belonging is tied to your sense of purpose. I feel like as a human, you kind of know when you're doing the right thing or know that you're doing what you are supposed to be doing when you're in the space to do so. When you can see the changes that it makes for yourself and for other people. And I'm still yet to feel like anything I have done or I'm doing is doing that for myself or other people. And a huge part of human nature is community too. Innately, it means a lot to us, and it's been a big part of our survival for as long as we've existed. And I feel like that's something I like to, like community. Community by definition is a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common, and the condition of sharing or having certain attitudes and interests in common. But I feel like the definition more so that I'm referring to is the second one. But and I've always felt like I've kind of lacked that. It's not that I feel like I'm extra special or the only me and that no one else will ever understand me or whatnot. It's not that way, but it's more in the sense that I've never really felt like anyone cares enough. I've never really felt like I'm doing enough. I've never really felt like I am enough. Is that because I'm basing that on other people's perception of myself, and because I subconsciously believe I'll never fully be perceived? That then causes me to believe that because no one can ever fully perceive me, then no one can ever fully understand me and embrace me. And therefore, I don't have belonging. And if I don't have belonging, then I don't have purpose. Or is that because I actually am not doing enough? But then who's to say what enough is? Is enough ever enough? I don't know. And I went to Spain earlier this year to look for a part of myself, to look for myself. But, and it was great. It was great. It did a lot for me in terms of mental growth and spiritual peace and gathering in terms of myself, reuniting myself with myself. But, you know, I never really had to go look for myself because I was always there. Just because I wasn't aware of it or had lost that recognition for it doesn't mean that it was no longer the case. I was still there. I've always been here. And it's never a case of me not doing enough. You know, I'm always doing exactly what I should be doing. Which is why I'm doing it. There's nothing I'm lacking. Because I am enough. I keep me here, so therefore I'm not the person I want to be yet, but I am, because I'm gonna become that person. So I am enough. I feel like going to Spain was helpful for me, specifically Alicante, because it reignited the presence of love within myself. I feel like I had lost my connection to it. All forms of love, romantic, platonic, familial, self, passion. But going there revived that within me. And then reviving that within me, it brought that awareness of myself back to myself. And although my inner child still feels that sense of that lack of belonging, that lack of community, that lack of purpose, the higher me, my higher self, knows that that's false. My higher self knows that that's just the perception of a child. Now in reality, I am building a community. I am living my purpose. I am living. It may be difficult, and it may not be going exactly as I intended to, but that doesn't mean that's not going. And as long as it is going, then I'm doing good. And sometimes going looks like staying indoors for a whole day. Sometimes going looks like sleeping all day. Sometimes going looks like putting yourself in an uncomfortable place. Sometimes it's putting yourself in a comfortable place. I feel like moving forward doesn't always necessarily mean moving forward. I feel like it more means heading in the right direction. And I have faith that I'm heading in the right direction, even though it might not feel like it. But I'll continue to have faith, and I'll continue to have hope, and I'll continue to do my best. I owe it to myself, and I owe it to the people I love, and to the people that love me. Within that love, I'll build the community that I'm looking for. I'll live the purpose that I intend to.